got Kamaru Usman, aka Mighty Faint Newsman, versus Gilbert Montgomery Burns.
Montgomery.
Yeah, Mr. Burns. Simpsons.
Okay. I was wondering where that was going. I thought it
Montgomery.
was Donino, but it's Donino.
Well, first of all, I just want what I like so much about this is it's week up. It's the week building up to that fight now. I just want to watch Colby Covington's Instagram and the amount of shit that man's going to be talking about right now. Like, I know that he loves to wind up Kamaru Usman, and he called him out big time after his win over Tyron Woodley. And the thing is, Colby Covington's got such a strange Instagram, man. He's like doing all these like Bang energy commercials. I said that to you.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't booked the Jorge fight against the Jorge Masvidal versus Colby fight. I would love for that to be on the Ultimate Fighter. I know the Ultimate Fighter got pushed back.
Yeah.
But even regardless of the Ultimate Fighter, right? Fuck that. Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal would be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if that was on the undercard of Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. Right afterwards, similar to UFC 257, they can go, hey, the person that wins, Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
You're taking everything I worked for, motherfucker.
I just feel like it would be a headache for negotiation, though, because you got Masvidal, who's always had issues with the UFC in terms of like pay.
Yeah.
And then you got Colby Covington, who's got the bad boy, the bad boy persona. He's not going to want to fight. He's now built himself up, really, pretty much as a reputation. So you've got two really big egos clashing heads with each other,
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's going to be an absolute headache, because they're going to be like, oh, I'm worth more. No, I'm worth more. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it for a fight like that to happen, it just goes through so many rounds of negotiation and debate and talks and arguments. That's why. Whereas like Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, they're ready to go. They're like Gilbert Burns, especially when you're upcoming to the title, you want to take on anyone you can, really.
Yeah, and the Usman versus Burns fight that's coming next week, that's going to headline UFC 258. That's going to be... It's an interesting matchup because they've known each other since 2012. They've been teammates for just over 9 years or something like that. So they've known each other for a long time. Gilbert Burns has known Usman since he was simply just a wrestler that didn't have the best striking skills, but was obviously he's worked so hard. Usman's striking is very good. He's certainly got power. I mean, his physique alone, you can already see the man has power. He has proper grappling strength. But I think it's controversial for me to say this, but I don't really care. I think Gilbert Burns will beat Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, I feel like he will as well, because they released the Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns fight on on YouTube. Gilbert Burns was just so relaxed and so aggressive and so controlling in the pace of that fight. He just did such a great job against the former champion. But the thing is, I'm just curious to see how this is going to go, because you got two people who know each other's styles really, really well.
They know each other very intimately.
Yeah. So I'm like, what's going to be what's new that they're going to be trying to bring to the table? But one thing I just don't want to fight. I know it's a little bit of me trying to go off my high horse to say this, but I don't want the fight to be boring, because a lot of people were very, very disappointed with the Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman fight, because Usman, he's a very, very dominant champion, but a lot of people accuse him of having a very boring style, because he just wrestles with them against the cage and holds them down, and like when we were watching Masvidal versus Usman, we were like, oh no, Usman did another foot stomp. It's just
I mean,
it wasn't exciting, you know what I mean?
The reason why I think this is going to be more exciting than people are predicting is Burns very good. He's very good off his back. Mm-hmm. If he does get taken down, I mean, let's be real, Usman is an incredible wrestler, but we know Burns is an incredible grappler, and he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, and he's so good off his back. He's so, I'm trying to use another word other than fluid, but he's so fast at transitioning from different places on the ground. If that submission doesn't work, he'll move to a different one very, very quickly before you think so. Whereas we haven't seen a huge amount of jiu-jitsu from Usman. We know Usman likes to, if that person, he recognizes their wrestling ability, just like he did with Colby. He recognized Colby's going to bring it. We're both incredibly good wrestlers. I think I can smash him when it comes to the stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think Kamaru and Gilbert's kickboxing skill is very similar. They're both trained at the same gym for a very long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
They're both in wars, so they know each other's
Style.
favorite styles. They know their favorite techniques, and there could be a little bit of mind games. I think this is going to be a really good
Yeah.
fight because they know each other
Yeah.
so well. They know what their little tells are. They
Yeah.
know each other, and they also know each other's holes in their game that they've tried to plug up
Yeah, there's
in
going
their
to
own
be
camps.
the friendship's definitely going to be tested. That's for sure.
It will be tested because, I mean, Burns said himself, I consider Kamaru a friend, right, before this fight because Kamaru's been over at Gilbert's house for birthdays, for his children's birthdays and things like that. They're good friends. They've known each other for like 9 years, and they've had some gym wars. We've seen the footage. They've had some proper gym wars together, and it seems to be a similar thing that happens there. I would like to know Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje's thoughts on this because they've sparred with both of them and they've actually seen these wars themselves. I think that Gilbert will win, and it's hard because Gilbert's on a 6-fight win streak and Kamaru's on a 16-fight win streak. We haven't seen Usman that well off his back, and we haven't seen him transition from a lot of wrestling positions when he's got someone on their back. So I would like to see Gilbert go for a submission, which is most likely what he's going to try.
Yeah.
He's most likely going to stand on his feet. Kamaru, once the kickboxing, just like with Jorge, once the kickboxing skill has been tested, he realizes I can't stay here for too long, just like it was with Jorge. He'll start to grapple, start to wrestle him down and impose his will. Not really do any significant strikes, but try and do another one of those 50-45 performances where you can't do shit off your back.
Yeah. Gilbert
Can do a lot of shit off his back, and I would think that with both having very similar gas tanks, they're both... Kamaru has cardio for days, Gilbert has cardio for days. I just think Gilbert's going to pull off the upset. I really think he's going to go for a surprise submission, and it could turn into a trilogy. I actually think if Gilbert Burns was to win, because they know each other so well, and how good he is off his back, and he has power. I think Gilbert Burns is so well-rounded. Usman's very well-rounded. I think Gilbert Burns just has more kicks in his arsenal. And I think his jiu-jitsu is way, way better. So I think if Gilbert was to win, past this prediction, I think it could be a cool trilogy as well. It's a really good fight to